Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 18 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just logging in here, as you can see, and getting situated with all the junk that I have in my inventory. I've been running around doing a few things, as a matter of fact. My main quarry has been running for a while. I've been mining underground. Got a good amount of beast crystals while I was down there. Kind of lucky that point. Got a couple items I need to sort and handle. My miner's backpack might have a little bit in it. What do I have in here? Oh yeah, just iron. Okay, cool. You can get sorted for me. And I noticed my MFE was a little bit low on juice here, so I just threw in some coal coke. So I'm going to get sorted for episode 18 here, and I'll be right back. And now I think it's time for me to go pop into the nether. I never did cover up that doorway there. I probably should. Would be cool. I need to get myself some more soul sand. Yep. Time to start making a few more of those brains in jars. And while I'm here, I might even grab some glowstone just because. But I'm going to do that off camera because it's kind of like mining and a little boring to watch me do this for 10 minutes. So I'm going to get at least, I don't know, maybe a stack or so of the sand, and then I will be back. And one peaceful little nether excursion later, and I've got some soul sand. Nice. Let's go check it out. I got about, that much. Not bad. You can also see I've got some clay in there, and ooh, zombies, nice. I want to go get them. Come here, buddies. Any of you guys like the creepy bad zombies? No. All I want are zombie brains. Is that too much to ask? Alright. I'll meet you guys back in the thaumcraft room, and I'm ready to start up with this stuff. Alright, so I got a nice tank full of beasts here. I wonder how much is in there, by the way. Let's get our goggles. Make sure they're on and running. Yeah, good amount. Let's see how much we need to do some soul sand mystery stuff. Oh yeah. And more is probably coming in. Oh no. We're draining a lot of it now. Look at that. Quite a bit, actually. Looks like we're having that issue with the stuck lines, and that's something I'm going to remedy pretty soon, hopefully. Yep, I've heard somebody reported that if you run your conduits behind the blocks, you might have better luck with that, stuff getting stuck. So why don't I try that real quick? Vs conduits, and grab these Vs conduits while I'm at it. And maybe just run this stuff behind the wall here. This might work better. There we go. And while that thing's cooking up, I'll tidy up this room a little. And then, hopefully, I'll be able to get myself a few more brains in jars. Now, a few people have mentioned that, hey, Dyer, you haven't used up your exceptional artifacts that you found yet. Why is that? Well, if you guys notice, the brains in jars reduce the chance of losing the item that's being researched. And that's kind of cool, mostly because you might get multiple researches out of the same item. So I'm kind of holding off on it until I get more brains in the jar around here. So let's see, how'd we do? Hey, yeah, 7, that's plenty. Store my soul sand in my chest here, because it's a good place to put it. Got 6 zombie brains, so let's do it up. Cool. Plenty of taint and beast for now, but we're probably going to need some more eventually. Maybe I should even throw a taint crystal in there. How's my taint in this area, by the way? Looks like I've got, alright, cool. Pretty neat. Let's throw a tainted crystal in here, because I have a good amount of V stored up, but a low amount of taint. And I think if I throw that in there, it should... Alright, maybe not. You know what? I think I need an upgrade or something to be able to do that. So I can't throw them in there yet. But for now, we managed to get ourselves 6 brains in jars. Awesome. So I'm going to upgrade my room, and then hopefully have better chances of success going forward. Look at all those awesome books I got back. Alright. So let's research some of our crystals, and hopefully we should be in good shape, maybe, now, sorta. I'm going to grab some of the vaporous ones, because those seem to be pretty common. I'm going to throw some books in there, and a few pieces of paper to help out. Let's see what we can get. No luck thus far, only a 17% chance of success on this guy. Maybe I have to research, like, pure Vs, normal Vs crystals, like... Wow, I don't have a lot of those, do I? No, I do not. Just curious, though, if I'd have a higher chance of success with one. Nope, still at 17. So, alright, let's stick with these vaporous crystals. Yeah. Like I said, there's a particular item I'm really looking for from Thaumcraft here. And see, my loss chance is pretty low. It's down to 59%. That's because of my brains in the jar hanging out here. I'm not losing the items as often anymore, which is really nice. I'll be back in a minute once I've researched for a bit, see if I get anything lucky. And I am finding that these uncommon artifacts are great for boosting stuff. Look, I got up to a 50% chance of success, so I'm going to throw a few more vaporous in there and see if I get it all lucky. Ooh, fragment, nice. So let's do like one of you, and you, and you. That brings me up to 50. Crucible of Eyes, that's neat. I want to get this out of here. Not exactly what I was looking for yet again, but alright, I'll give it a shot. Hey, there we go. Got the research Crucible of Eyes. Ooh, neat. Holds more Vs and is more efficient than the basic Crucible. And when it's nearly full, it will emit a redstone signal. Nice. I should do that. Let me go get a spider eye real quick. Alright, one spider eye and one crucible and one redstone dust. Let's throw it in there and see what happens. Crucible, you, and you. Cool. I've got some depleted crystals here too. But now I've got the Crucible of Eyes. This guy's more efficient. Remember I told you guys that, you know, if you throw, some items into your crucibles, you'll get about 50% taint and 50% vis. But with the Crucible of Eyes, you get more vis and less taint. So that's cool. I'm also going to grab some more depleted crystals and try and research them for a bit, because I don't have a huge need for them right now. So let's do that and do the book thing to help out. Wow, I'm really getting a low % chance of success on that, huh? Wow, that's not cool. Maybe I don't want to research them. Alright, I'm going to try researching some of these artifacts and stuff. So let's do that and see if we get any luck. Hey, there we go. A fragment of lost knowledge. That was nice. 7 league boots. Neat. It's a tricky recipe, so 5% chance of failure, 31% chance of success. Those are upgrades to the boots of striding, I know that for a fact, but still not the item I was looking for. Alright, so I was doing a little research off camera. I got the self-repair enchantment, and I still got those charms of vigor in here, and then I've got the 7 league boots that I haven't finished researching yet, but I decided I wanted to try go for broke and throw this exceptional artifact in there. Now I'm going to throw it in there without modifiers, because you'll note right away that it's got a 110 chance of success. So when this thing finishes researching, we're guaranteed to at least get one theory or something like that, and then it's still got about a 50% chance of loss. So if I don't lose it, oh, look at that, nice, 3 fragments, I lost 5. Yeah, this is the type of thing you want to research. So I got 6 fragments of lost knowledge off that guy, and the loss chance was only 50%, so it took a while to lose it. But I'm going to go ahead and research some of these fragments of lost knowledge and see if I can't get any good research going on now. So those exceptional artifacts are awesome. Ooh, the Arcane Focus Fire, that's kind of nice to have. Going to definitely research that guy, but he's not what I was looking for or hoping for. Alright, lost my boosters there, but I got a Charm of Cleansing. That sounds neat. Cool. Not sure what that does at all. And is that all I'm getting out of this thing? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, well, I'm not too worried about these things. Still didn't get what I want, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to my beekeeping stuff, and I'll come back and probably research these things off camera, but then make sure to show you what the end result is. Alright guys, let's get into the fun and exciting habits of beekeeping. Let's first start off by getting ourselves just a bit more of this bronze. We're going to need a good amount, so I'm going to get about that much of it. Sounds fair. And I'm going to need to craft up one of the first forestry machines that I think I'm doing for you guys in this season so far is the sturdy machine. So it's 8 pieces of bronze around like this, gets you a sturdy machine. And I'm actually going to go with 3 of those guys. There we are. And I'm also going to need, for my apiary, 4 tin gears each. So for a total of 12. So I'm going to need about 12 gears. And tin gears are a forestry-specific item. You only get them in forestry if you're using forestry. And what they do are pretty much the same thing as your iron gears or whatever. It's just another way of doing it. So just cleaning up my inventory, trying to keep it clean as I go along here. So with the tin gears, it's something like this. Makes sense. Cool. And then we saw the glass is also required here. There we go, apiaries. Cool. Let's head out to our apiary house and get it going. So, popping right into my little apiary room here, as promised, a nice glass roof, and I've pretty much got 2 areas set up. One that's in the forest biome, and one that's in the desert biome. And I'm going to set down probably at least 1 space apart from each other, and the desert biome guy is going to have to go over here in the desert. And as you remember from last episode, I picked up just a few bees while I was out there hunting. Let's put them together. So you noticed we got a princess and a drone from every beehive that we broke open. So you place your princess in the top here, and you place your drone in the bottom. And that little icon at the top left indicates if there's a problem with the area that these guys are hanging out in. Ooh, the forest queen does not like this hostile environment. Maybe the jungle is too humid for her, so that's a problem. Let's put together the meadows princess and drone and see if they're any happier where they're at. Wasn't sure if they would like this area, and apparently they do not, so oh well. Let's head over here and toss together our modest princess and drone. These guys should be happy with the environment. Yep, they are. So no error message up here showing and telling us that there's a problem. But we do got to find something to do with our forest and meadows queen. And you'll know that your little apiary is working here when you see this neat little bee effect getting thrown out of here. So the bees are doing their beely things. And they're going to start producing resources for us. And we're going to come back and check out what those resources might be. But for now, it looks like I'm going to have to go find another place to set up a apiary for my forest and meadows. I'm guessing it's going to have to be somewhere. I don't know. Let me go find where they might be happy at. Well, look what I happened to find. Right at the bottom of that little hill, remember I had right up here, if we check our Shift F3 here, we can see that down here is a river biome. Cool. Now it's nighttime, so these guys won't do their thing, but they will process, and I'm going to place a flower next to them, because bees need flowers to pollinate. Just one nearby should be enough. But we're going to place a couple down just to make it look nice. And they'll start doing their thing down here. I'll probably have to build at least a little shack or something for them to live in. And then we'll have to deal with how to get items back and forth. Maybe just a little pipeline or something. But for now, and I don't think I need anything next to these guys to pollinate. Oh yeah, look at that, no flowers. So I do need something. Maybe cactus? Is cactus what I need? And it's starting to get dark out. I should probably sleep through the night. But let's get some cactus here. Might as well harvest the stuff, because I've got some. Maybe they need cactus to do their bee stuff. Let's place a piece of cactus right here. Maybe here? You gonna stop complaining about no flowers, Mr. Bee? I'm gonna go sleep through the night and be right back. Oh yeah, looks like that modest queen stopped complaining about the lack of flowers, and now this little green bar is starting to drop down. That is her health bar, and the queen will die out eventually. And when that happens, we should get another drone and princess out of it. So this forest queen here starting to die off, as is the meadows queen. And look at that, all these neat little bee particle effects flying around. I like it. So maybe I'll build a little house or shack, something small down here. But this will be my main beekeeping area right up in this room here. And hey, there's a cat zipping around. What are you doing in here, Buster? Sorry, dude, but I can't have you running inside my house. Stay out of there. Should probably put a... look, he really wants to go in there. Jeez. He is trying to get in real bad. I don't know why. Go on. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit once my bees have died off and maybe build this little area up. Alright, that's not a bad looking room, is it? Let's take a look real quick. Just getting a door to set up on here. Oh yeah, nice and fancy. A short little, not too tall, 9x9, with glass on the ceiling to make sure that these bees can see the sky, which is a pretty important part of the process. And oh look, they've already started producing honeycombs for us. How nice of them. Alright, let's get out of here and hop back up and see how my forest, or my desert bees are doing. So we're going to have to, you know, maybe have a little deal. Ooh, parched combs, huh? Sounds interesting. Alright, so guess jungle biomes don't work, but there are jungle bees, I know that for a fact, that do need jungle biomes, so don't worry, we will have a purpose for them in the future. But for now, I guess I'll just go ahead and craft up a couple pressure plates for use in this area. And then I'll be back once these guys die off. And hey look, they died off. Now what happens when a queen bee dies is she leaves behind at least, or at most, one forest princess. There you go. And you'll get at least a forest drone, or 2 or 3. In this case, I got 3. And you want to combine them again to get another queen, which allows them to start producing more honeycomb. Yay! And the same thing happened over here, except I got 2. Cool. Let them start producing more honeycomb, and then I'm going to head back up to my little area up here, which I don't already like climbing this area, so I might need to institute some stairs or something, we'll see. And then how's this queen doing? She hasn't died off quite yet. As you can tell already by checking this out, some bees have, you know, a different lifespan than others. They might last longer, they might produce more things. There's a lot of variables to deal with when you're dealing with bees. But for now, I'm going to let these guys continue doing their thing, and I'll be back. And guys, because I'm starting to deal with these bees and they need to be in all different biomes and all different areas and I have to babysit them and all this other crazy, interesting, and fun stuff, I think it's time to start working on a new way of traveling around. Now I'm going to move my bed, I think, but I'm going to wait till nighttime because I don't want to have any problems moving that bed and then dying or something. So I'll move my bed at night. But I'm going to get some more of this cool stuff. And it looks like this chest is getting awfully full of marble, which is cool because I like marble, and a lot of sandstone too. Better bump that thing up to a gold chest, which I might do real quick off camera. But for now, I'm going to build another extension to my house. Just another 9x9 area. You're not missing anything exciting. I'll be back when it's done. Alright, I'm going to go take care of the room that I just built, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw me upgrade that chest. So I built this nice little extension to my house. There's a reason I put it right next to my bedroom. This is going to be a new portal room to help me travel around. The way I've been traveling has worked, but it's not quite as cool as it possibly could have been. So let's head off in this direction, grab my portable hole here, and see what kind of fun we can have with thaumcraft portals now. So pop into this room, and let's see, how are we doing with the condensers? Got some stuff going on? Cool. Now the first thing I need to craft here is what's called a seal. And a seal is one of the items that you can build in thaumcraft that does some really, really cool stuff. And it's pretty easy. It's just a piece of gold and a piece of redstone. Combine them in your infuser with some vis, and you get this arcane seal. I'm going to want, I don't know, 3 of them, let's say. So I'm going to get 2 more for now. That shouldn't be a big deal. And these guys stack up to 16, just FYI. And then the next thing I want to do is pop over here, and I've got some vis crystals. I'm going to need a couple of them, and some vaporous crystals. I'm going to need a few of those guys for sure. Let's go with, what do I want to use here? I'm going to take some earth crystals with me. Now, the thing that we want to do next is get ourselves some nitor. You guys remember that thing, right? I'm going to need, I don't know, let's say 6 of them for now. There we go. Get a bunch. Looking good. Drop off some of these flowers just to clean up my inventory. Boy, oh boy, am I a mess. Alright, nitor combined with 6 pieces of redstone. And let's get ourselves some golden nuggets. Place them in there as well. Cool. And my bad, you don't actually need redstone for this piece. What you do need is your crystal of choice. So I'm going to choose the vis crystal for number 1. And that's going to get me some runic essence of magic. Nice. And then I'm going to put vaporous crystals in here. And that will get me the runic essence of air. And every crystal has its own version of a runic essence, and you can see that you get 2 runic essences per cycle. So I'm getting 2 of them. And I just chose earth for now. Looking good. I'm going to take my golden nuggets out of here. I'm going to leave this gold and stuff in there. That should be alright. Maybe you should leave some glowstone as well. And there's one thing I want to try, by the way, while I'm in here. I did read that if you toss Nitor into a crucible, you might get more Vis than was costly to use. But I'm interested to see what that's all about. So let's toss those guys in there. Yeah, looks like a good amount of Vis getting produced. Not bad. Oh well, worth a try. I'm sure there's a way to calculate it. I'll check it out more later. But let's pop through here. And oh good, it's looking like nighttime, which means I can move my bed. So popping through, there we are. I'm going to just place my bed along the corner like this. Just a little bit easier, so I can sleep through the night, reset my spawn point, and not have to worry about losing my bed location. I'm going to want to craft while I'm here, just a nice little sign. Simple, effective. And I'll show you what this is about in a minute too. Hey, get back here. So I'm thinking right up here is where I want to place my sign. And I'm going to call this the Beekeeper's Network. And why don't I show you guys how the seal system works. Place down your arcane seal on a block, just like that. Cool. And the arcane seal will sit there and do its little thing all by itself. It does nothing. What you want to do is add runic essences to your arcane seals, and it'll give you certain effects. Now, I do need an item to figure out what those effects are. But at this point, I don't really have the resources to craft that, so you won't be able to see the item. But for now, I'll just let you know that if you place a magic essence and then an air essence down, this will create a portal network. And the portal network will allow you to travel from one spot to another. How neat is that? Now, with this default portal network, it'll just kind of be its own little system. But if I add an earthen thing here, this is going to be an earthen portal network. And that's what I'm doing right now. So by adding that thing there, now we have an earthen portal network. And all this does is connect different portals to each other. So if I had 3 portals down without anything, they'd all connect to each other. But if I made 2 of them earthen ones, then only those 2 earths would connect with each other, and that third one would not connect. And I could have a fire network and an air network and whatever networks I want. I chose earthen because this is going to be my beekeeper's network, and it's forestry related. So I thought forestry, green, earthen made sense, right? So let's pop through our portal gun portal and check out where we can set some stuff up. I'm going to go through here and pop over to number 2. There we go. And what I want to do out here is do the exact same thing I just did back at my base, is set up a portal network for all my beekeeping stuff. So if I popped through here, and I believe I had a pressure plate that was meant to go in here. Much better. I'm thinking, where could I place this thing? Probably right here. That sounds like a nice spot. I should probably move this and just place it right in the middle. Why don't I do that? Where is my sapphire axe? I've been keeping this thing because I don't want to accidentally chop down my entire house in one fell swoop. So I'll move my chest somewhere. Let's say, yeah, maybe like back here in the corner or something. Leave half a stack of wood in there for now. And right opposite this wall, so right along here, is where I'm going to place my new rune. And again, we want it to be magic, air, earth. And what that does is it connects that portal network back to my main base. So let's walk up to it. Ta-da! How cool is that? Neat. I love it. That's pretty cool looking, huh? Alright. So then what I'm going to do next, after popping through here, is head downstairs and set up a neat little portal network in this room. I'm thinking right here might be a good spot, right? And again, magic, air, earth. And there's an item that'll let you take these runic essences off your runes, but we don't have it yet, so be careful when you place down your magic essences. Otherwise you'll lose them if you want to break down that rune. Cool. And if you right click here, it should allow you to see the different areas that you can portal to. Now I'm not sure why the little thing here is not showing the proper image, so let me come back and see if I can fix that. Alright, let's try that again. Oh yeah, much better. Looks like I can see the glass through there now. And remember, you can right-click to change your destination. How neat is that? So looks like it stores the location in memory or something in the portal network, and because I just built this room, it hadn't updated it until I closed out of Minecraft and went back in. I bet that's just a little memory saving technique on Azanor's part, which is pretty smart actually. So cool way to travel between my little apiaries, and speaking of them, looks like I've got another forest princess and forest drone here, and I'm going to start taking care of these guys by putting them together like this. Awesome. And then let's pop through and check out this apiary. Looks like we've got to combine our drones here as well, and we're starting to get parched combs. Now, there are things to do with these combs, of course. I'm not just creating bees for the sake of creating bees, so let's go figure out what we need to do. Alright guys, so to deal with all these cool honeycombs we're going to get, I need another forestry machine. 2 of them, in fact. Don't need to, but I want to. The machines we're making here are sturdy machines with copper on either side. Gets you a centrifuge, and this will whisk and whirl away and take care of all those honeycombs and make them behave a little bit and produce some really cool stuff for us. So I'm going to go sleep through this evening. Better light up my portal room up here too, because you know, we want to make sure that we can, you know, see stuff. That would be important. But I'm going to sleep through this night and be right back. There we go. I'm going to place my centrifuges right through here. Nope, wrong room. There we go, that's where I wanted to be. Thinking like right along this wall here would be a nice place to place my centrifuge. Not bad, right? Or do I want to place them over here? This might be a good spot, actually. I'm going to place them right here for now. Those 2 spots look ideal. And underneath, I'm going to run some, you know, Buildcraft energy transfer stuff right through there. So let's get a portable hole and see what kind of trouble we can get into with this. What I'm thinking is, do I have any power transfer pipes? I've got some golden ones. I'm going to need a few more though, so let's whip up a couple. That should be plenty. I'm going to go about half and see if that's enough. I'm always going to need more of these, so it's not like I can overproduce them. I'm thinking like right through the ground here might be a good way to do this. It's really not far if you think about it. I'm just making a big old mess of dirt and sand and whatnot, but cool. So right through to here, right? Now we're going to want another one of those power switch pipes, but we'll get to that in a sec. Oh, so perfect. Look at that. Exactly the right number of stuff. Awesome. So this thing should like kind of charge the internal capacitor of this Buildcraft machine, but then it should stop accepting power when it no longer needs it. And the centrifuge interface looks complicated, but it's really simple, don't worry. I'm going to clean this up, place down some sand, and be right back. Now, some Buildcraft machines do like to just draw power and power and power whether they need it or not. That's just kind of the way Buildcraft does stuff sometimes. So to deal with that, I'm going to create a little turn on and off switch for my centrifuges, since I'll be operating them manually for now. But don't worry, there'll be automation coming to this step in the future. And if you've seen my last series of my Let's Play, you'll know exactly how I'm going to accomplish that. And if you haven't, you're going to have to wait and stay tuned. So right above this centrifuge right here, I'll create this neat little on-off lever. Place it down right like so. And I'm going to turn it on for now so we can see the activation of it. And then I've got some red alloy wiring here, which I'll run down here. So see how that's working? Yeah, that should be fine. And I'm going to connect it right down to this little thing there. And get out my crafting table, because I'm going to need to craft another one of these sticks with a cobblestone for a lever. And really did have exactly enough piping here, but a power switch pipe is what I want. There we go. Now I've got a little lever taking care of that. And I made myself a cover so things look pretty. Can't even tell something's here once it's placed. And then some sand, of course, to cover this up. Alright, so that should disable the pipes by flipping the lever. So these things won't run at all with the lever off, and flip the lever on and they'll connect. Perfect. Looking good so far. Let's take our parched combs here and throw them in a centrifuge and see what happens. So you can see, I'm going to turn that on. There was an internal storage capacity going on, so it's starting to process the parched combs and produce beeswax and honey drops. Cool. And beeswax is a nice little item. It'll, do cool stuff. And honey drops also do cool things. I'll get into them in just a bit. Now there's one more thing I do want to get. I'm going to pop through here, and we should have some more honeycombs. These are standard honeycombs. That's what you get from your meadows and forest queen and bees and stuff. And I better get ready to tidy up all these drones I'm getting. Yeah. So you can see they don't stack, and you'll quickly fill up your apiaries, and that won't be good. So what I want to do is craft up over here. If I were to take just a regular old normal chest, something like that, and place a bunch of honeycombs underneath it and a piece of glass on top, I get the apiarist's chest. Very cool little item. Gonna store all my bees for me and kind of make beekeeping a breeze. So if I place down this chest here, you can see first off, there's 5 pages to go in this chest. So I can start storing all my bees. Let's go collect a few of the excess that we don't need for now. I'll start letting my forest drones and princesses going over here. Gonna go through here and drop off my bees. I'm gonna put these guys on page 5 because they're kind of boring. There we go. And when I place my mouse over them, you can see that it doesn't know what the genome of the bees is. And there's a bunch of question marks and a little interface here. Basically, right now it's telling you how many queens, princesses, and drones you've had so far, and how many species you've discovered. You can see there's 25 species of drones, of bees. And so far I found 3, right? The meadows, the forest, and the desert one. And when you mouse over it, you can see the combinations that are available with these drones that you have moused over. So right now, there's 5 possible mutations with a forest drone. And mutations occur when you mix bees together. So for now, I'm just getting a few standard drones. I'm letting all the normal stuff happen. But in the future, I'll be able to start working on mixing my bees together. What I'm going to be doing here is just taking these bees and crossbreeding them. Meadows, as you can see, also has a little bit going on with it. Looks like my desert bees died out here, so let's put our modest drones away. I'm going to put them on page 4, and I really have no idea how I want to organize things. Yeah, modest drones definitely have a lot going on. So let's pop through, everything's looking good. Cool. So what can I do with all this neat little beeswax and honey drops? Well, let's use NEI to find out. If I push U on here, I can see that beeswax is great for making wax capsules, which is an alternative to iron capsules in forestry, and is a nice way to store liquids. I can also use it as a torch mechanism if I wanted to, but more excitingly, I can transform it into pipe waterproofing. So no longer really having to worry too much about a big old cactus farm, I now have a way to automatically get pipe waterproofing. And I'm going to start processing a few more honeycombs here. Now honey drops are used for quite a few things. You can get a catalyst out of it, which is used in some stuff going on in the future there. You can also get some glistening melons and some honeyed sliced bread. Awesome stuff, that bread. And honey pot here with just honey and the wax capsules. So a bunch of different neat things you can get with honey. Let's start working on some of that honey bread while I'm at it, because that is the good stuff, trust me. I'm going to store my items in here, my beeswax and my honey that I'm not using, but let's get some honey bread, because that stuff is awesome. You know what? I only want like 2 sets of honey bread. There we go. I'm going to hang on to these honey drops. And next episode, I'm going to use a new machine that I'm going to build to start working with my bees and figuring out how they work, and a bunch of other neat pieces of information here. I should probably consider lighting this room up as well, because it gets dark at night, and darkness is scary. So obviously more torches will be placed here pretty soon. Probably do that off camera. But for now, unfortunately, it's a good wrapping up point for episode 18. Hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'll be doing a lot more upgrading in this room in future episodes. But for now, I'm going to wrap up. So take it easy, everybody.